Hey there, this is Distract TV. I'm Alex Gray, and today we're at Warner Brothers, Los Angeles, joined with singer and rapper Bryce. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, I feel welcome.
First, I just want to ask, Bryce is not your real name. Your real name's Bryce Ross Johnson. Why the change?
It sounds so much better when you say it. Do I?
No, I'll handle the mic.
Hold on to it. I, like my entire life, for some reason, DMVs, banks, they cannot get right. I have a hyphen in my name and they just can't get it right. So when I was in college, I was like, I need an artist name that will just be super easy to write down and remember. And one of my friends was like, oh, how about Bryce Vinyl? And I was like, I'll do Bryce Vine, I'll just change it later.
So there was no relation to Vine Street or anything like that?
No relation, yeah. I'm not related to those people.
And you've just finished tour?
Just finished.
Just finished?
6 weeks.
How was that? Exhausted?
Extremely.
And you went to Europe, you went to London, where we're all from.
Wow, you really did do research.
How was that? I'd be interested to know what the energy was like and the reaction in the crowd between different cities. Like, how was performing in LA different to performing in London, for example?
How was it different? The things people yell in the crowd are different.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't realize the lingo is so different until...
What were us Londoners saying?
I don't remember. This was 2 years ago. A lot drunker people, definitely drunker people, a lot more physically excited. I don't know. This was 2 years ago that I performed in London. This last time that I was there, I did like a radio show, so it wasn't...
Okay. And what was the most vibrant city you performed in? What was your favorite one?
Favorite city I've been to so far is Amsterdam.
Really?
It really just lives up to the hype. Like, it's so cool. I mean, in the summer. I think we talked about that. Yeah. It's cool. I like Amsterdam a lot. It's just so walkable. And there's so many different kinds of people.
And the cafes as well, I heard they're quite good.
Yeah, I wasn't hating.
And in terms of like the highlights and lowlights of the tour, what was like the best moment for you?
All right, so we were in Columbus, Ohio, and there was this kid right in the front row who I've seen at many shows. This guy Callaway Mills, and I do this thing where I throw out the mic to somebody if they look like they are gonna catch it and that they can sing, and he was so excited about it. I threw it to him, and this guy he not only took full advantage of singing this line, he turned around to the whole rest of the crowd, like 800 people, and got up on the barricade and just yelled as hard as he could every single word to the song. It was really cool.
That was his moment to shine.
It was a huge moment. It was a big moment for all of us. We got it on film and everything. It was one of my favorite things, yeah.
And then I heard that you fell off stage.
Sure.
How was that? What happened? Talk us through the moment by moment, emotion by emotion. Go.
Well, you know how when you take a step and there's ground there? This time there wasn't, so I just took a step backwards in the middle of a song and I fell 6 feet down. And fans are nice. They want to help you immediately, and some people grabbed me so that my head didn't fall, but I fell pretty hard. I have a big bruise.
But you carried on. That's the main part, right? You carry on. You dust off your shoulder and you carry on. You get up and keep going. And talking of fooling, your song "The Fool," it's a great song with some very interesting visuals in the video. I just want to ask, what is the significance of putting out a cigarette in an egg yolk?
I'm so glad you asked that. Yeah. So the whole thing was that it was it was kind of supposed to be a metaphor for the heart, because all the things that happen to it, it gets burned, it gets broken, it gets served to you on a plate, all the metaphors that people use for when you get heartbroken. So that was that. And a cigarette is just an easy visual for burning something.
So you were completely the brains behind all of that then?
Me and the director, yeah. Yeah. I have to. I don't understand how people aren't part of their own creative process. It's baffling to me.
So it's important for you to always have directive control over everything that's going on in terms of your look, in terms of what happens in your videos,
almost to a fault.
All your lyrics.
Yeah, almost to a fault. It's just, I know, what happens is you know what you want it to look like, and then you bring in somebody else and they have their vision, so now your vision's kind of different, but it's still going to be good, and then you film it and realize it's going to look nothing like you originally intended, and then you still have to figure out a way to make it look somewhat like you want it to in a completely different way than you intended. It's frustrating, but it's fun.
Very fun. And your song Drew Barrymore. I think a lot of people be surprised that she would be your muse for that song. Do you think? Like, why her? What was so special about Drew?
She's like iconic Hollywood now. You know, there's something about her that she's not like the big supermodel chick that everyone is just like dying over. She's like this, she's got this thing that it's just special in its own way. So I don't know, she seemed like a good person to use as what you would want somebody to be like the grace, the kind of charm that she has.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And what was the film that kind of made you fall in love
Wedding
with her?
Singer.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually watched, on my way to LA, I watched 50 First Dates.
Did you?
I didn't even realize that was her. She looks so young. And I fell in love with her in that film.
She's old now.
Yeah, it's old, but it was a cute film.
Yeah.
And then for the girl in your video, like she doesn't look anything like Drew Barrymore. She's very glamorous, supermodel looking girl, but
Because, well, yeah, I mean, she is, but she's also Christian Serratos. The girl is like, she's a mother. She's a humanitarian. She goes to and speaks up for animal rights. She's a fantastic human being and multi-talented. I've known her since I was 14 years old.
okay.
And she was originally who I wanted to be the girl for the video, and I just didn't think we could get her because she's filming Walking Dead and she's a new mom.
She's a big fish.
She's a big fish. You know, I was just like, but and I knew that she would want to if she could, but I wasn't going to put that stress on her. And we were running out of time to find a lead girl for the video, and I called her asking just to find out if she knew anybody in LA that would be good for it, that had kind of like that same clout too, because that's always important. And she was offended that I didn't ask her. And then she's like, I'll do it for free. And she flew
Really?
out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she came and did. Yeah, she's a fantastic friend. So she was the example of somebody that has that same quality that Drew Barrymore has. It's not about color or race or really even how beautiful somebody is, because she obviously is beautiful. But she's a fantastic person. So I wanted to put her on a pedestal instead of just some model chick from Instagram,
And is that important for you then, like when you're looking for a girl now, like, is that kind of, I want a Drew Barrymore, like that is kind of your criteria?
Okay, to be honest with you, I don't know enough about Drew Barrymore to make that decision, but the characters that she plays and how she comes off in movies and like that charm about her is definitely what I find attractive in a
The
person.
girl next door kind of,
Yeah,
salt of the
to an
earth, but
extent,
beautiful.
but also like would go get a tattoo at 3 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? Like that kind of chick. I admire people like that, and I'm definitely more attracted to that quality. Girls that don't feel like they have to like try so hard.
And I was interested as well to know, like, since you've released that song, whether girls have been, chatting you up with a pickup line like, "Can I be your next Drew Barrymore?" Like, have you had that a lot?
God, no.
No?
No, not
I'm
even
surprised
once.
at that.
Like on Instagram, like people will use lines from the songs as like pickup lines, you know what I mean? But never in person. I've never had anybody walk up to me and do that yet.
So no one slid into your DMs being like, "Can I be your next Drew Barrymore?"
No, they have. I have saying, but no, not in person.
Okay.
They've done. I'm sure. You know what it's like to get DMs. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's kind of clever. That's kind of clever. Oh, that's kind of clever. Oh, that's not.
It's like when I tell people, "Oh yeah, I study psychology at university," they're like, "Oh, so you reading my mind right now?" I'm like, oh, like everyone gives me that response. It's like, can someone come up with a different answer now? So you're a bit like that. You're a bit exasperated by that chat up line. By that chat up line. Exasperated. Chat up line.
Chat up line. See, there's another thing that we do.
You don't say that?
No, we don't say chat up.
What do you say? Pickup line.
What do we say? Yeah, pick up. Pick up.
So what's your go-to pickup line then?
I don't use pickup lines. I told you one good one that I thought was funny, but not
Go
like.
on, say it.
I just think it's like I would never actually present this, like walk up to someone and do this, but you just walk up to a girl and you're on your cell phone and you say, "Oh yeah, no, I just found her." Okay, thank you. That was Cupid.
Cheese me later.
Yeah, fantastic. I know.
And now, what's the plan? You finished tour and now what?
Now we're radio shows for the first time in my life, which is cool. We're playing something called the Running of the Chihuahuas in Tennessee.
Okay, random.
Not sure what it's gonna be, but it does include Chihuahuas.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I think they run and they have music and artists there. Like Madison Beer is gonna be playing it and stuff, and some other up and coming artists.
That sounds a lot of fun.
It's fun, yeah. I'm playing with Neo in Baltimore. Like all these things that I've been like waiting to do are now finally like coming together. It's cool.
But you're not from LA, right? You're from New York.
From New York.
And in a lot of your songs, you berate LA. So why are you still here?
I love it. I love this. I mean, I love the city. I love the environment. It's sunny almost all the time, except for today. I have great friends here, and my life is here. But it's a love-hate thing. There's like There's a lot of just a lot of people that don't really care to make genuine connections with people and friendships, which is okay. That's their prerogative. But that's my whole life has been that. So we don't mesh on that level. Like the drug culture and that's what the entertainment industry is. So like I've had the same manager for 6 years now. I've met my producer in college. I have the same best friends. I just got back from Vegas for a friend's lesbian bachelorette party that was in my high school band. Like I'm very much about connecting with people on a real level and then keeping that going. So the fact that there's so much surface level relationships here, it's just I didn't really know what that was like until I got here. And like when I wrote that song Los Angeles and Glamorama, to be fair, I was like bitter and frustrated, like a struggling musician. Also, I had just like gotten out of a relationship and I was heartbroken. It's like it's easy to blame a whole city. You know what I mean? Instead of yourself or like other, the people around you. So that's I love this place. I love Los Angeles. It just, and it's funny because all my friends love that song the most because they know all the people that I'm talking about.
So when you wrote that song, you literally had everyone in mind as you were writing it, like who you just so sick of and saw through.
Yeah, like 6 people specifically.
Any names?
Yeah. You.
So would you ever go back to New York and live there, or are you just gonna set up shop here and that's it? California's your home, baby.
I think it's so fun here. It's such a easier. Like we're who was I talking to about this? You don't get to move very slowly in New York ever. You know what I mean? And I like
go.
It's so go, and you're cold all the time, and it's shitty outside. It's just not my vibe. I like being able to enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah,
I mean?
I get that. So that's why I want to get out of London and come here.
Yeah, right?
London's go. Very claustrophobic. Everyone's in your face. It's just like here, it's more spaced out. People are hustling, but it's not. It doesn't feel like a rat race. It's more just a creative. I feel like it's easier to be yourself here and kind of express your personality a lot more and be a bit more creative in this environment.
And to be fair, people are very much like supportive of each other here. Like they're supportive of each other's projects and your friend's vegan smoothie place. Like people will go and so and it's all a lot about clean eating and like I'm very much not a fan of the way that animals are slaughtered, and LA is a great place to not have to eat shitty.
Is you vegetarian?
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
I don't want anything to suffer. That doesn't mean I don't think anything should die. We all die. And almost everything is food for something else. We're just the lucky ones. So, no, I'm not a vegetarian. I did try it. I did it for 6 months. My best friend is a hardcore vegan. He has a farm in Michigan where he rescues abused barn animals and gives them homes. So I've seen that life and style firsthand. We went to a vegan place maybe 3 months ago, and I got food poisoning
from a vegan place.
From a vegan place.
What was it that you ate?
I hate to say
bean sprouts or something, maybe.
No, it was vegan octopus, and I think they were just mushrooms. They were mushrooms.
Okay.
I
I mean, immediately that sounds a little bit dodgy.
I know.
10
It was a great
days.
It was a great restaurant.
From mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it was, but I had to go to like the emergency room to figure out like what was going on in my tract system. Anyway, it was a great memory to relive. But the only thing I could keep down was chicken. It was ironic. I tried really hard to keep it. It's very difficult to get sick and still stay vegetarian.
So your body was rejecting the vegan lifestyle, basically. It's like, nah.
That's a stupid excuse, but I mean, I'll probably go back to that lifestyle. It's just like I see what he's trying to do, and I respect it, and I don't want any animal to suffer. But I think when you are at the top of the food chain, unfortunately, you get to make that choice.
On like a different note, though, more in terms of like the ups and downs of working the entertainment lifestyle and the entertainment business, like it is a very up and down. Like sometimes you'll be flying, and then other times you won't really get many bookings or whatever, and it's like a roller coaster almost. And like I've got a lot of friends who are, I've got a lot of friends. Like I'm living with a DJ right now, and his lifestyle is like up and down. Like one minute he was touring with Tiesto, the next he's working in a retail shop. Like, what would your advice be to people who are trying to make it in the entertainment world to keep at it? What would you say?
I mean, I guess the good thing about the roller coaster analogy is that roller coasters are fun. So you can kind of, as long as you know that it's gonna be kind of rocky and you can handle that, then you won't freak out if things aren't going amazing at like one point or another. Like I always tell people, I met G-Eazy over MySpace when I was like 19 years old.
MySpace?
Over MySpace.
Wow,
Well,
okay.
so me and my old group had put out 4 songs on MySpace, and a DJ reached out to us and he was like, "Yo, I think I have a rapper that would work really well with you." And the DJ was Carnage, and the rapper was G-Eazy. And then I went out to New Orleans and played a show with G-Eazy, and I saw he was already rapping then. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do yet. And he was going around town putting up his own flyers, and I just saw that work ethic early on and saw how long his journey took. Then I saw him at the Roxy Theater here sell out his first show there. I saw him tour with Young Money and Mod Sun. I got to watch basically someone's entire progress of the struggle before I even figured out really that what I was and what I wanted to do as an artist. So it really helps you be patient, because I've already seen it, and I know that it doesn't mean anything. Just because you have a shitty year doesn't mean that the next year you won't be the biggest artist on the planet, which he almost is now. So it's like, it makes it easy to be patient. So I guess patient.
Yeah, and I think that's so important nowadays, because in our kind of Instagram society and reality TV show society, people get famous like that.
Yeah.
But for nothing, almost.
Sometimes for nothing.
So it can be frustrating for someone who's working on their craft, or they've been doing it for a long time, to not reach that level.
And it could be for literally anything. Like it could be from Tekashi 6ix9ine to the yodeling kid. You know what I mean? Like there's just, the spectrum is so vast, like what gets people's attention. So, I mean, just make something. I guess it helps if you're someone that really loves music too. I mean, I see a lot of people who want to be artists literally just because they want to be famous, and that's all. And it's like, I don't know if that works. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Because I've always loved music. I've loved music since I was 13 years old. It like gets me through things. So I never had that just get me there mentality. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but just work hard, I guess. Just work hard and be patient, and don't stress yourself out to the point of not wanting to do it anymore.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wise words from our man, Bryce Fine.
So freaking wise.
Right, thank you so much for chatting with us. It's been a pleasure. This has been Distract TV. This has been
Bryce Vine. No, not anymore though. But for the time being, I've been Bryce Vine. Is that how you guys say it? This has been?
Yeah. I've been, you've been.
Oh, okay.
We are. I'm Alex Gray. This is Bryce Fine. You're Distract TV.
And all these
Thank you for
other
watching.
girls
Over
keep
and out.
wondering what